Welcome everyone to a session on automata theory and computability. In today's session, let us learn what exactly NDFSM is, okay, or the other name is NFA, which stands for non-deterministic finite state machine, or NFA stands for non-deterministic finite automata. Okay, so we'll start with the definition. Definition says NDFSM is a machine which is made up of quintuples, which means 5 tuples, and these are the 5 tuples that are k, sigma. Then transition relation is represented using a triangle. S and A. K stands for the finite set of states. Sigma represents alphabet set. S represents the starting state, and A is a set of accepting states that is a subset of K, right? And the only difference with respect to DFSM is the transition relation here. So what does this say? This says being in one state, okay, being in one of the state among K, if you encounter a symbol in the alphabet set, or this is the main difference, or if you encounter epsilon, okay, so if you encounter null string of length 0, then there is a provision to make a transition to another state. Okay, of course we'll see the differences in detail in the next slide. So this is the main difference between NDFSM and DFSM. Okay. Now there are two questions we need to answer. The first question is why we need to learn NFA, because we already have something called as DFSM, right? And which works pretty fine for regular languages. The answer for this question is NDFSM makes the life of a designer very easy. So it is very easy to design a NFA over DFA. Okay, so that is the answer. Okay, so with this answer we get another question, right? So if NDFSM is easier to design, why we need to have a DFSM or DFA, right? We have a simpler way of solving a problem using NFA. Now, why do we require DFA? The answer for this is NDFSM is not practical. So it makes design easy, but it is not possible for implementation of NFA. Okay, you take any practical working machine, even a real physical machine, it is always deterministic. So a non-deterministic machine does not exist. Okay, so ultimately all the NFA that is designed need to be converted into DFA for implementation. So that is the disadvantages of NFA over DFA, and the advantage is that it is easier to design. Okay. So before looking into the problems which need to be solved using NFA, let us see some of the major differences between NFA and DFA. Some of the provision which is allowed in NFA, which is totally invalid in DFA, in the design of DFA. Okay, so as you can see in the diagram, transition diagram, Q0 being in Q0 state, when encountered with A, it is possible to make 3 transition, right? That is Q0 upon A, I can go to accepting state Q1. Q0 upon A, I can make a transition to Q2, and also Q0 upon A, I can have a self loop and remain in Q0. So this is totally fine with respect to NFA, and this provision makes the design in NFA very easy. Okay, and this is totally invalid with respect to DFA. Okay, one more major difference is, and this is the actual meaning of non-determinism. Okay, being in one state upon a particular symbol going into or making a transition into multiple states. So this is the meaning of non-deterministic machine. Okay, one more major difference is being in Q0 state, being in one state, let us name it as Q0, encountered with epsilon, I can make a transition to some state Q1. Okay, so this is also totally fine. So epsilon transition was not allowed in DFA, and it is totally fine when it comes to the design of NFA. Okay, and such kind of NFA which has epsilon transition is called as epsilon NFA or epsilon NDFSM. Okay, so these are the two major changes, major provisions that are allowed in design of NFA over DFA. Okay. Let us learn how exactly NFA works. Okay. On what basis a string is accepted or rejected. So for that we are considering one transition diagram which is in NFA, and we will take one example, sample example string, and check whether that particular string is accepted by the machine or not. Okay, and let us not bother about on what question, on what language this NFA is designed. It's just an example on the working of NFA. Okay, so what do we have? We have how many states? We have 4 states starting with Q0, and Q0 upon A we have 3 transitions, right? It goes to, it remain in Q0, goes to Q1 and Q2. So this is a proper, this is an example for NFA, right? Okay, so let us take one string BAAB and determine whether this will be accepted by the transition diagram or not. Okay, so we'll see. So we start from the starting state, which is Q0. Let's start with Q0, and Q0. What is the starting symbol is B, right? So Q0 upon B, what are the possible transition we have? Q0 upon B, I can remain in Q0 because there is no other transition, right? Q0 upon B, I'll remain in Q0. Now the next symbol, I have encountered A. Okay, now it gets little tricky. Q0 upon A, there are 3 possible transitions, right? So Q0 upon A, I can remain in Q0. So these are the 3 paths what I am writing. Upon A, I can go to Q1, and Q0 upon A, I can go to Q2. Okay, so these are the 3 paths. Then these are now upon 2 A's, we have ended up in Q0, Q1 and Q2 because of the multiple transition. Now what do we encounter? We encounter one more A, right? So again we have to see. So Q0 upon A, so this Q0 upon A, again 3 possible transition. I'll go to, I can remain in Q0, I can go to Q1, or I can go to Q2, right? What about Q1 upon A? Q1 upon A, there is no transition, so there is no definition for A upon Q1. So what do? I go to some dead configuration, right? Let me represent it as null. So this path is dead. I cannot continue further. Okay, since there is no definition for Q1 upon A. So this path is over, dead path. Same thing, Q2 upon A, there is no definition. So even this goes to some dead configuration or dead path. Okay, I'll represent it with null. So after encountering 3 B, A, I have ended up in these states, right? Okay. So let us see what happens when you encounter B. So Q0 upon B, Q0 upon B, where can I go? I can go to Q0 itself. Q1 upon B, I don't have a transition, so this will lead me to some dead path again. So this is cross mark represent dead path. Okay, and the state is represented by null. And Q2 upon B, I can go to Q3, right? I can go to Q3. Of course, this cannot be continued since I have encountered the dead path. Okay, so upon encountering B, upon the last character B, where did I end up? I ended up in these 3 states, right? Q0, some dead path, and Q3. Now, how to determine whether this string is accepted or rejected? So it's very simple. Upon encountering the entire string, upon encountering the last character, if I end up in a set of state which has one of the accepting state, then my string is accepted. Okay, so where did I end up upon encountering B? I ended up in Q0, some dead path, or Q3, isn't it? So among this, do I have accepting state? Yes, I have one accepting state, right? So Q3 is one of the accepting state in my transition diagram. So my string BAAB is totally accepted. So I should have, at the end, I should have at least one accepting state. Okay. So if I don't end up in an accepting in a set of state which doesn't have an accepting state, then my string is rejected. So this is how the NFA work or NDFSM work. Okay.